let's try turning the lights on so people can see my pretty face. That's better. Hey, it's LJ and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. For those of you who only just stumbled across this is my little YouTube channel where I kind of go back through history to try and pick up on like pop culture events that seemingly have passed me by, especially ones I've noticed that happened during my 20s and my 30s, where my focus was mostly on being able to pay the rent. So all these moments just pass me by, so I'm kind of going back through and trying to see what I've missed. There's a series of reaction videos, mostly it's music videos, but occasionally I do throw other things in there just to change it up. If you like what you see, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Actually, also share it, because if you like it and you share it, then someone else may see it and they may also like it and they may share it. So it just seeks to bring my numbers up, which inspires me to do more of these videos which you like. So next to no effort for you to do all the reward in the world. So yeah, why aren't you doing it? Click that share button right now. If you want to do something with slightly less to gain to it, you can got the social medias. You can check out my link tree. If there's any other projects I'm going on soon, they'll be cropping up there. And of course, as it's Christmas, you can just drop some change in the tip jar. And with all that out the way, we are moving on to what we are doing today. Last year, I did the final performance from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame of last year. And that was basically all the inductees came around to cover Dolly Parton's Jolene, because Dolly Parton, one of the biggest names, was inducted that year. And I reacted to a video of that, and I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a fan, not because the track itself was done badly, but because the video was done off someone's cell phone. But you know what? I've heard from people that, while the video was harsh in the video, there is actually decent versions out there. And randomly one earlier today crops up on my YouTube sheet. So I gave it a watch, and you know what? People are right. It is really well done, and I mean, the people involved, you freaking expect that. So that wasn't a surprise to me. Well, what did come as a bit of a surprise was I got another random Rob Halford suggestion for another Rob Halford duet as a suggestion. Not a lady you're familiar with, but apparently big deal in the German metal scene. And you know what? There is something about the fall of communism that really, really gave East European metal a kick up the arse. This I was going to say young lady. She's younger than Rob, but aren't most of us at this point? A lady by the name of Doro. Bit of a legend over in, like I said, the German metal scene, and she is releasing her album. What's it called? Conqueress. Let's get the screen up. Conqueress, Forever Strong and Proud. It was supposed to be released a couple of years ago, but everything kind of went to hell. Don't know if you remember that. So it kind of got put back, and it was released just a couple of weeks ago. And it being released this year, it actually falls on what is the 40th anniversary of her becoming a professional singer. She was in a couple of metal bands throughout the 80s and sort of in the 90s sort of kind of broke off, started doing her own thing. She has a lot of duets, and on the album, like I said, she's actually got 2 with Rob Halford and 1 with a guy called Sammy Amara, who, again, not someone I'm familiar with. But yeah, like I said, so one of the Rob Halford duets came up. Interestingly, not the Judas Priest one, because the other one is Judas Priest Living After Midnight. No, randomly the one that's come up is was originally done by Bonnie Tyler. A song you may be very familiar with, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Random factoid about that. I don't know where this has come from, but apparently when Jim Steinman put this together, the intention was for it to be not just a love song, but a love song between vampires, which may be one of the most Jim Steinman things I've ever heard. But yeah, so what justice can a European metal queen and the godfather of British heavy metal possibly sort of do to a vampire love song? I am just saying that sentence makes me want to find out, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. So yeah, this came out a couple of weeks ago, and as I'm doing all new releases, that's close enough for a new release to me. Yes, it's a song I know by people who've been around a while, but I've never heard it in this capacity. So, in my book, that counts. So here we go. Doro with Total Eclipse of the Heart, featuring Rob Halford of Judas Priest. Alright, so here we go. Doro Pesch and Rob Halford with Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round. Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous.
First thing that's coming out of me, the sort of choral effect they got going on with the turnarounds there, that does sort of instantly make it sound a lot different. Also, like I said, I don't believe I've come across Doro before, but she sounds not that different to what Bonnie Tyler sounds like now. Obviously, Bonnie Tyler had a career of hard living on the road, and have, at least I've not heard her sing recently, but I know I've seen her on like game shows and on doing TV interviews, and her voice is certainly gone a bit. So yeah, I kind of imagine if that's an indication of what her singing voice is like, that that her and Doro don't sound that different at the minute. It's not a knock, it's just sad fact of life, things only have a certain amount of give to them. The fact that Rob Halford is still doing what he's doing to the level he's doing is just a testament to just how resilient his voice is.
A little bit nervous and the best of all the years have gone by.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart.
Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever.
there seems to be a lot going on here. You've got Rob Halford's got some lasers on his hands that are coming out like Freddy Krueger claws. There's kind of like the pomp and bombast of like a Jim Steinman video, but slightly less, or it's almost as if they're trying to kind of do maybe a send up of it. I don't want to say parody it, but kind of just a love and jive of, oh well, you love your smoke and your curtains and everything, so here it is. This song always had potential for heavy, and like the chorus there with the guitar is really sort of hitting some good points, I think.
Falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart.
There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart.
I've just worked out what it is that's jumping out about her voice. It's such a baritone, or it's quite low. Obviously, I'm familiar with the original of this, which is Bonnie Tyler's got. Not quite soprano, but is quite up there on the scale, and it's not being, the pacing is similar sort of pace and tempo to the original, but it's just listening to the voices on such a different register. It's just sort of taking me back a little.
The hearts.
Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark.
There's nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
I'm loving what they did with this guitar solo there. There was a couple of different ways they could have gone about doing that. That heavy would have been really cool, but the way they took it instead, not what I was expecting, but I don't know the best way to describe it, but no, I did like that.
Every now and then I fall apart.
Okay, so in my limited experience working with vocal coaches, they've said it's one of the things that guys have advantage over girls when it comes to singing, is they can always go down the octave and they can sort of find a hit there that works as well if they can't go up. That's what Doro is doing right here. I don't know what her vocal range is like, but she is going down. Just there, it was beautifully sort of contradicted by the fact that the guitar tone went right up just there. They're really doing some awesome stuff on it. Maybe I need to look into this guitar player is. I think it was Jimmy Lee, I think his name was. I'll look it up for the final thoughts.
I don't know what to do. I'm always in the dark. We're living in a powder keg and giving off sparks. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Once upon a time I was falling in love.
Now I'm only falling apart.
There's nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart.
Well, I guess it's time for some final thoughts then, isn't it? I did enjoy that. I seem to be thinking I'm saying a lot of this on these shows lately, but that's just a sign that I seem to be hitting stuff that, even if it's not picking up traction all the time, I'm certainly making the right choices for myself. So I got that name of the guitarist wrong. Jimmy D is the name of the drummer. No, the guitars on this album done by Bill Hudson and Bass Mars. I think I said that right. I don't know. So yeah, that was a little different from the version I'm used to, but I still enjoyed it. It was there. So in 1994, I believe it was, Nirvana did MTV Unplugged. Famously, one of the songs that Kurt Cobain did that night was David Bowie's Man Who Sold the World. So Man Who Sold the World was said by a lot of people, the way that was done by Cobain was done in a brand new way that, you know, found sort of new depths to it, and with that off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what the compliments it's been given. However, I think that was slightly overblown. That's always been slightly overblown in my opinion. However, that doesn't mean the version Cobain and the boys did on that night is in any way worse than the David Bowie version. In fact, I'd say it's about equal. It is a really cool song actually. It's one of the first songs that I tried to play on the guitar because I was just sort of strumming around and I was like, oh, yeah, it's on the basic D chord, and you just you move your, I think it's the third finger, just to go from like the D to the D sus to. It's been a while since I played it. However, yeah, so the Kurt Cobain version didn't. If you actually listen to the Kurt Cobain version next to the David Bowie version, they are incredibly similar. However, it's just it's mostly the way that the different vocalist has taken it that it sounds different. But it's actually they can be played on top of each other and still it's still kind of works because they've got the right tempo, the right tuning and everything. And that's how I feel about this. It's done in a way that's completely different on the surface, but you sort of dig down and it's stuck enough there. Great example of the opposite of this would be, say, Jimi Hendrix All Along the Watchtower. Or in fact most Bob Dylan covers, because Bob was such a basic guy when it came to his musical side, that whenever anyone took it gave them a lot of free rein. However, the way they've done this, it seems to be very similar, but in a way, but just because they've changed up the instruments used and the way the instruments are used, it sounds a lot different, if that makes any sense. I also like how they did. It's almost like I said, like they did kind of a takeoff of like the Steinman video, who was famous for like these big castles and all these candles and the smoke machines and the silk curtains, and they were just like, well, we'll take the smoke machines and the silk curtains, we'll just put the rest up on a rear projection screen. Job done. It's, I don't know if that was done just sort of as a knock or just sort of some sort of tribute to the late producer. But what the hell? I liked it. So yeah, as a song itself, it's. I mean, I praise Rob Halford all the time on this show, which is because I'm not like a massive Judas Priest fan, but as a vocalist, he is on he's on a really high level in my opinion. And Doro, yeah, she's got a lovely baritone sound. Like I said, this is the first time I'm aware of hearing her, unless I've sort of caught like something on like rock radio stations in the past of hers. And I like the way that they, like I said, they kept going down the octave with her, and then they just have like towards the end how they had her going down and the guitar going up, just sort of almost a juxtaposition of the way it works in the original. Yeah. What do I think of this overall? I mean, it's. Yeah, I'm a sucker for well done metal covers any day of the week, and this is a very well done metal cover. This is, I'm gonna say, yeah, 7.5. This is the closing track of the first disc of her album that's just come out. I think, yeah, it's, you know, I only recognise a couple of the other songs off the album. I don't know if the rest are originals, but there certainly seems to be, the ones I recognise, there certainly seems to be a journey behind them. And this is the end of the journey for this disc, and it's like there is something kind of very sort of end of the set about this song. It's a brilliant choice for a finish. Also, great choice for a video. Like I said, yeah, stick it at 7.5. In about 2 or 3 weeks' time, I'll be doing my countdown show for the. It's going to be by then just over 30 songs I've reacted to for this channel. So yeah, well, it may go up then, but still, that is all for this video. Don't forget, you can check me out on social media. I may even do events at some point, which will be on there. And if you're feeling generous, it's getting close to Christmas. I know my birthday just happened. Just throwing that out there. Other than that, like I said, these come out Monday and Thursday, except when they don't. And when they don't, I try and make up for it with something. So, yeah. Till the next one of those days, I've been LJ. It's been emotional.
I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, please don't take me just because you can.
Testing the sound. Can you hear me? Random tidbit that probably no one's going to care about, but my camera battery was starting to run low after that last segment, so I thought, you know what I will do? I will charge the battery, just go away, do something else for 10 minutes, come back. And in the 10 minutes I left the camera off, I left the microphone on, so guess who now has 10 to 15 minutes of dead air that he has got to edit out when he finally gets around to putting this up. This guy! Who the hell is messaging me at 11:30 at night? I don't really know. That's when I try and be productive.